Porto appear to be slightly in front now.
47.9. That's not bad, that's not great. That's about 2/10 away from the Corinthians lap time, even though he's not competing against the Corinthians just now against AC Milan. It's just giving us an information of his performance.
Let's see how he does in Sector 2, Porto driver.
AC Milan in Sector 1 is quicker than Porto, 2.5 tenths, and AC Milan is currently doing a very strong lap with a 47.7 in the first sector.
When both cars have gone through the first sector, we can assess their relative speeds, and Milan are leading at this stage. Sector 2, 1:24.794 for Porto. Let's see how Milan are doing and whether they can beat that. They should beat that time. We're looking at Porto here.
Let's see what he does, and over the start-finish line, a 43.3 for Porto, which is not so good.
Milan seems to have messed up the second sector, no?
No, I just think it's a problem in the timing. Let's see what he does once he crosses the track. 42.3, AC Milan wins.
It's a victory for Milan.
Very good lap from Milan with a 42.3. It's only 1/10 away from the Corinthians. So it's going to be very tight whether we have Corinthians, AC Milan or Basel in the final. It's going to be very, very tight. They are all within 1/10 together.
There's the Milan pit and garage. Thumbs up there, all smiles. Robert Doornbos having a much better Nurburgring than Donington. That's an understatement.
Yeah, so far it's going well.
This is now the warm-down lap. So 3 of the 4 semi-finalists are now known. Milan, Basel and Corinthians both through, all through. Still to come, Galatasaray against Anderlecht in the 4th and final quarter-final.
Robert Doornbos taking it very easy back to the pits to save as much as possible his tires and cooling the car down.
Of the 3 semi-finalists through, Milan, Corinthians and Basel, who would you say were the favourites so far, Bruce?
It's difficult to say because Basel posted his lap time, the first one, and probably the track gets more and more rubber. So I say Corinthians are looking very strong.
So maybe we'll have a Brazilian success here at the Nurburgring.
But I'm sure Robert Doornbos from AC Milan will want to do very well, and he's not far off, only a 10th away, so we'll see. And he is the quickest in the first sector so far.
So Milan head back to the pit and ultimately the garage when he can think about his semi-final. So confirmation of the result with Milan beating Porto and heading into the semi-finals of the competition. The last quarter-final will see Galatasaray at the top, towards the top of your picture, in the red and yellow livery, playing Anderlecht. This is the warm-up lap.
Oula. Oh. Ooh la 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 la. Okay, not being on top of the car's power coming out of the pits, as you could see. It's the first time for the Anderlecht driver into the final shootouts for qualifying. Let's see how he handles it.
Craig Dolby didn't make the last 8 at Donington. Relatively inexperienced driver. Up against Alessandro Pierguidi from Italy, who's in the Galatasaray car. Galatasaray made the quarterfinals at Donington, where they lost to Beijing. Can they go one better here and reach the semis?
For information, the Galatasaray car is the sister car from AC Milan, being run by the same team, Scuderia Play Team. So it will be interesting to see the lap time he's capable of doing. He's taking it very easy outside of the pits on his first lap. He should be a bit quicker than that if he wants the tire temperature to raise. Seems okay. Oh la la, what was he doing? He's probably talking to his team and not paying attention at what he does and where he drives. Needs to wake up. And he's driving in the middle of the track. It's a little bit strange.
So Anderlecht getting ready for his hot lap here and trying to put down a really strong time to try and get into the semi-finals. This is where he'll accelerate towards the start-finish line, and his lap will start very shortly indeed. It's all about the time. He's going into the first sector and the second sector.
There he goes, first braking. That's okay. Stopped the car very well. Clean on the exit. Car a little bit lazy to make the apex, but still he managed. Nothing special on the exit there. Let's remember 47.7 was the best first sector. Ooh, car moving a lot. That's quite good. Turn 5 and 6, that's okay. Let's look at the sector times.
Waiting for the sector time here for
47.9. That's quite good. That is quite good. And let's see what Galatasaray does as Anderlecht is running over the curbs.
Can he beat 47.909 in his first sector? Anderlecht coming up to the midway point of this ring. Still trying to get a sector time for Galatasaray.
Galatasaray very wide and generous over the curves, even over the gravels. And 47.86 for Galatasaray. He's ahead of, he's behind, but he's ahead in the times by 0.04 of a second as Anderlecht is finishing his lap.
This is really, really tight. Anderlecht, if they can have a final burst here, might just squeeze into these semi-finals. They're over the line.
It's going to be so tight.
1:43.239.
That's not so good in the last sector for Anderlecht.
And let's see if Galatasaray can beat that time.
He should be able to. He really should, because AC Milan did a 42.3. He should be beating the lap by quite a lot. If not, he's not doing a good job.
Here he comes. Can he beat 1:43.239? He's over the line now.
42.7.
He's easily done it. Galatasaray through to the semi-finals.
Pierre Goody and the team boss just there, happy. Two cars going into the semi-final for Scuderia Play Team. Very good job indeed.
And a win there for Alessandro Pierguidi. And we have now determined the last four in the Superleague Formula. The shootout.
Still, he will have to do a better job in the semi-finals, Alessandro Pierguidi, because he is so far the slowest of the four remaining cars. The three quickest being a 42.2 for Corinthians, a 42.3 for AC Milan, a 42.4 for Basel, and finally Galatasaray only a 42.7, which is about 0.4 off. Just for information, Liverpool, who has not made it through the semi-final, was quicker than Galatasaray with a 42.5.
But they didn't make it through.
No.
That's the nature of the draw, isn't it? You get drawn against who you get drawn against. So, confirmation of the result. Galatasaray have beaten Anderlecht, and Galatasaray are the fourth qualifier into the semi-finals.